So this is very, very important. India's next population census. Now, India has delayed the census. Census is what? Census is a decennial exercise. It means once in 10 years, census happens. Clear? Now, census used to be there in 2021, but it was delayed because of COVID-19. India's next population census overview of that. First, first of all, what is census? Look, census is a periodic enumeration of the entire population mandated by the Census of India Act 1948. Periodic enumeration. It means between periods we're gonna see how our population is growing. Understand that? Periodic enumeration here denotes what after 10 years. And census is mandated by what? Census of India Act 1948. First census in India was conducted in 1881 under W.C. Plowden. And what is the legal status of census? Census comes under the union list. There are three lists under the seventh schedule. Union list, state list, concurrent list. Union list means it is the responsibility of central government to conduct it. So only the central government can conduct the census. And it is conducted by whom? It is conducted by Registrar General and Census Commissioner under Ministry of Home Affairs. So what is census? It is a periodic enumeration of the entire population mandated under Census of India Act 1948. And first census was conducted in India by W.C. Plowden in 1881. Legal status. In which list it comes? Union list it comes. And it is conducted by Registrar General and Census Commissioner under the Ministry of Home Affairs. Timeline. Now, in two phases, we're gonna conduct this census in India. One in 2026, other in 2027. So, phase one of the census will be October 2027 in snow-bound states and UTs. Snow-bound states such as Ladakh, Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, and Uttarakhand. Clear? Second phase will be in March 2027 in rest of India. And final data will be released by the end of 2027 due to digital mode of enumeration. Now we are taking the help of what technology in this sense. Okay? Earlier, person used to go there to ask okay, how many people you are living inside the house, how many cars you have, how from which caste you belong, from which religion you belong. Now everything will be through what digital mode. Clear about it? Now what is the key features of the upcoming census? First is digital enumeration. So data will be collected using mobile apps in 16 languages, which includes Hindi, English, and 14 regional languages. Second is now census will be what self-enumeration option. Citizens will be able to fill census forms themselves via the app. So through app, we have to submit our reports or details into it. So census management and monitoring system. It is developed by Office of Registrar General of India for effective management and supervision. So the whole census will be monitored or supervised by census management and monitoring system under the Office of Registrar. Inclusion of caste data. So for the first time, census will illuminate all caste and subcaste, not just SC/ST. So earlier they used to ask, okay, do you belong to scheduled caste category, scheduled tribe category? Now, for the very first time, census will enumerate every caste in India, as well as every subcaste in India. Understanding the point? So, this is happening for the very first time. So, these are the four features of the upcoming census. So, first is digital enumeration. Data will be collected by using mobile apps to Hindi, English along with 40 regional language. It will be a self okay, citizens will be able to fill census form themselves through what? Through the app. And who is managing this whole thing? Census management and monitoring system. And there is inclusion of caste data. Every caste and subcaste will be included under the census. Now next is, now look, what is the significance of upcoming census? The significance is caste enumeration. Now, let's say there are 1 lakh people in India. Out of these 1 lakh, if 70,000 people are poor, right? So out of 1 lakh, 70,000 people are poor. Out of 70, 40,000 are from SC, ST, 20,000 from OBC, and 10,000 from general category. Now, what it will do? If we are including every caste in the census, then we can enable target welfare policies and disaggregated budget. This will be the benefit. It generally doesn't mean the overall scenario, okay? Do funding for scheduled caste or scheduled type, even for general category. Then we can target the what? Welfare policies also. So it help track how schemes like Pradhan Mantri Vas Yojana or Skill India are reaching various caste groups. Understanding the point? So that is the first thing. A census will bring what? Caste enumeration into picture. Second will be electoral reforms. Provide basis for delimitation of Lok Sabha and Assembly constituencies critical for implementing 33% reservation for women in legislature. Now, this is the thing. Now, let's take an example of Patiala. So, Patiala urban and Patiala rural. Now, whatever population we are taking into the consideration is by census 2011. So whenever we are making any sort of reference to anything, say this is the population, this is the thing, we are making reference to the census 2011. In 2021, it was delayed. Now it is taking process. So after 16 years, population of both will be increased. Understanding the point? I think this population will be more Patiala rural because the outskirts or the agriculture because of urban areas are expanding into this thing. Now it will have more population. So it will provide basis for delimitation of Lok Sabha and Assembly constituency. Second is now from 2029 or 2028, 29 onwards, we are implementing what 33% reservation of women. So we'll be able to know how many women are there in India, from which caste, how many women are there. Clear? So accordingly, we can implement the reservation policy. Next is population dynamics. It helps assess fertility and mortality rates. Yes. Okay, how many people are born and how many people have died. Second is how many people have moved to urban areas and how many people are migrating. Thirdly, aging population patterns. Okay, how popul now I have told you that India is what? India is in a demographic boom. India is a demographic dividend country. We are having the youngest, largest population in the world. But with time, that is gonna age also. So aging population. How many old age people are living in the country? So it will assess these three population dynamics. First is fertility and mortality rate. Second is how many people have moved to urban areas and how many people have migrated. Third is now policy planning and sustainable development goal targeting. It acts as a benchmark for national surveys like National Family Health Survey and NSSO. So these surveys are very important because these surveys require what? National Statistical Survey Organization. These require what? Population, caste, everything because they target those people with precision. So that is why it will act as what? Benchmark. And it is essential for measuring India's progress on sustainable development goals such as poverty, health, and education. Clear? Now, what are NPR and NRs? So, census data will support all these aspects. So, what are these two things? Now, look, what is NPR? national population of register. Under national population, what will you include? All resident, including foreigner, staying for 6 or more months. So under NPR, what will be covered? Let's say any foreigner who has come to India and staying in India for 6 months, 6 or more months, then that will be covered under what? NPR, including us, all residents, including foreigners. And NRC is only Indian citizens. So here we will be covered. Here foreigners plus Indian citizens will be covered. And the purpose is what? Under NPR, what is the purpose? Maintain database of residents. Okay, how many Indian citizens are currently living in India and how many foreign citizens are there? Track demographics and identify legal citizens, exclude illegal, because it only talks about. So here we'll be able to know how many illegal migrants are there in India. And thirdly, the legal basis of NPR is Citizenship Act 1955 and Rules 2003. Here the legal basis is Citizenship Act 1955. And in NPR we include which data? Demographic plus biometric data. Biometric data means our retina, eye scan, fingerprints, these things. They are verified data of citizens of the inclusion criteria. No citizenship proof required. In NPR, there should not be any proof for that thing. But in NRC, there should be proof of Indian origin or residents who are living for 11 years. Latest status, last updated, NPR was last updated in 2011 census. This is not regularly updated. Assam is the only state with updated NRC. And mandatory. Yes, NPR is mandatory. NRC is not applicable to all states. It applies only for citizen verification. So these are the differences with regard to NPR and NRC. So what is the difference between NPR and NRC? First, it covers all residents, those who are staying in India for 6 or more months. In NRC, we cover only Indian citizens. And in NPR purpose is maintain database of residents and track the demographics. Here we will identify legal citizens excluding illegal migrants. Here the legal bases are Citizenship Act 1955 and Citizen Rules 2003. Here Citizenship Act 1950. And the data included in NPR will be demographic plus biographic data. Here we'll include verified data of citizens only. Inclusion criteria. In NPR, no citizenship proof required. In NRC, yes, proof of Indian origin is required or residence proof is required. Those who are living from the past 11 years. Latest status. It was last. NPR was last updated in 2011 census. It is not regularly updated. Only one state in India have updated NRC. That is Assam. Mandatory. NPR will be mandatory. Yes. For all residents, it will be mandatory. But NRC is not applicable. It applies only for citizen verification. Now, related legal and administrative framework. I have already told you from where the census gets the origin. That is, Census Act provides the legal basis for census operations. RGI. It is the nodal authority for conducting census, National Population Register, and National Register of Citizens. Citizenship Act 1955 and Rules 2003. It provides framework for NPR as well as what NRC.